Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Shalom Yemini. Each week, we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find inspiration that will complement your daily life and intensify your connection to God. This month of the Parsha Perspective is being sponsored by Anonymous. May Hashem shower his family and the Jewish people with blessings of health, happiness, and success. If you or someone you know would like to sponsor a month of the Parsha Perspective, please email us at theparshaperspective@gmail.com or contact us at our Facebook page, The Parsha Perspective. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Shemini. 8 days after its inauguration, Aaron and his sons began to officiate as Kohanim in the Mishkan. Hashem would send down a fire every day to consume the sacrifices that they had brought, which signaled the divine presence dwelling inside it. In the third portion of this week's Parsha, Aaron's eldest two sons, Nadav and Avihu, brought a spice offering which they had not been commanded to bring, and as soon as they did so, a heavenly fire came down and consumed them, killing them instantly. Immediately, Moshe ordered the removal of their bodies from the sanctuary and instructed Aaron and his remaining two sons to not observe the laws of mourning because they had to continue serving in the Mishkan on behalf of the Jewish people. However, a question comes to mind. What did Nadav and Avihu do that was so wrong that they deserved such a grave punishment? Rashi explains that the reason that they died was because they lacked respect for God. They entered the Mishkan intoxicated and then gave an unauthorized offering. And this is why Hashem then calls out to Aaron directly and tells him that no Kohen or Levi is allowed to serve in the Mishkan or Beis Hamikdash while they are intoxicated. However, there seems to be a contradiction. The next Rashi states that Moshe told Aaron that Nadav and Avihu were in fact greater than they were. How can it be that Nadav and Avihu were so great and yet made such a fatal mistake? The answer lies in the fact that the book of Vayikra is a compilation of many different ways to connect to God in a physical manner. Whether it is through the sacrifices in the Mishkan, charity, Shabbos and holidays, or not eating certain foods, each one of these gives us an ability to live a spiritual life in this physical world. The purpose of mankind is to build a physical dwelling place for God in this world, and in order to do so, we must live a balanced life, both spiritual and physical. For example, we must make blessings before we eat to thank God for the food. We must be in the physical world in order to change it. However, Nadav and Avihu did not want to live a balanced life. They were intoxicated with spirituality. They wished to live a life completely dedicated and devoted to God and His holiness, void of any worldly matters. However, their idea of living a divine life still negated God's desire for the world, and therefore they ultimately paid with their lives. And that is why Moshe said that in fact, Nadav and Avihu were greater than they were, since he was still connected to the world, but they wanted no part of it. The Rambam says, Kol Adam shedeosav deus beinunus nikra chacham. Every person whose tendencies are of middle course is called wise. Throughout his works, he stresses the importance of balance in different areas of one's life: thoughts, emotions, actions, character. The Rambam views the element of balance as a condition of one service to God. In our daily life, it is imperative that we understand that to live a successful and meaningful life, we must strive for balance in all aspects of it. Whether it is in our business dealings, our relationships, or our diet, we must seek the perfect equilibrium. Once we do so, it gives us the ideal perspective to overcome the challenges of life and become happy and prosperous beyond our wildest expectations. There's an amazing quote that I once heard. Balance is not something you find, but rather something you create. Have a great weekend and an amazing Shabbos. Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.